Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Tetivik and I warmly welcome you to another training. We're going to have an amazing seminar today and thank you so much for patience, waiting for the live to start. So I can see that you're slowly joining and I have prepared the discussion, the topic for discussion, and I'm going to go through 10 chapters in one call, so we have a lot of things to learn. So I would like you to please take your pen and paper. I would like you to take some water if you would like, something to eat if you're hungry. So make sure that you're comfortable, sit somewhere where you're comfortable, and we are going to have an amazing time. And since the last live, I received a lot of questions regarding the similar topics, so I'm going to also answer them while I'm going to do this live. So a lot of questions, I brought it from the questions to the topic, so it's going to be really nice, and in some way you will also get the answers that you were looking for. So before I start, you know that you can also always book one-to-one with me and of course do the online courses. The Royalty Living Academy is available for you. There are all the courses that you like are there, and of course you know that you can have access. If you need anything, please contact my team, and the dresses, the items, everything is getting shipped, everything is getting done. So thank you so much for everyone for participating, and we're going to have an amazing time and in a quiet time, and this is a place and a time for you to learn. So definitely get ready, get comfortable, and we're going to go through all the steps. So today we have a very interesting topic. In general, you know how much and how big I am on the womanhood, art of femininity. In general, if we talk about, you know, feminine energy and understanding the world, but today I want to kind of focus on the psychology of womanhood, exactly to understand how she lives her life, what she does with her life, and how she behaves in general. So the ladylike etiquette is the biggest topic that I want to discuss, and then we will slowly understand the psychology of a woman and womankind and womanhood, and of course go to the mannerisms, go to the laws and rules and regulations in the world. So we're going to have a great time. Make yourself comfortable, and I'm going to try to read as well your comments. If you have any questions, please let me know and I will be able to answer right away. So I received a lot of questions and a lot of comments, and thank you so much for everyone who was participating and throughout our last lives asking the questions, and those questions actually inspired me to bring up this topic separately. So the psychology of this woman. Now, one thing I want to mention is that I want it to be like a magical woman. I want it to be not that only she knows the etiquette, that she knows how to be ladylike, she knows how to be a woman, but she knows how to be a magical woman. She understands who she is, she understands that she's magic, and she creates magic in her life. So I want to focus your attention and anyone's attention who's watching that this is a woman of magic, that she has a certain energy, and that's why she has a very different mindset. She has very different psychology. She lives differently, she sees normal things in a different way, and everything that comes to her life is different, is more magical. It has some kind of deeper meaning. So we're going to discuss this. Who is this magical woman? How she becomes this magical woman? And we're going to discuss her ladylike etiquette, how she lives with other people, because we are not an empty island and we are surrounded with other people. And on purposely, I wanted to, you know, wear a beautiful special dress, to have this gold lining. I love this belt so much, and I think it represents this magic, this, you know, that dream-like womanhood, that we can dream, we can achieve the things that we dream, but it's the power of a woman. And you know, when a woman is actually feminine, and she understands the laws, the etiquette, the world, and other people, and she has her beauty, that's the ultimate power. She can be unstoppable if she has all three. So if you're ready, please let me know if you have any questions before I start, and we're going to go through the whole topic. I have 10 chapters that I prepared. There are 10 points, and some of them we will dwell a little bit longer than others, some of them will be shorter, but they're all interconnected. And by the end of this video, you will understand the meaning of this seminar, that you will understand what is that I'm trying to tell you, what is that I'm trying to convey you to believe in yourself, in your womanhood, and appreciate what you have and what you can have in the future. So if you're ready, and we have sometimes really nice girls that they write as well the summaries in the chat. So whoever wants to do that, feel free to volunteer. And let me know how is the sound, is everyone can hear me all right? So I want to start with the first one, so please write down for yourself in the notepad, or if you're on a laptop, that we are talking about this magical woman. Yes, this is who she is. And under that topic, under that title, we have a ladylike etiquette. This is the etiquette of that lady. She's not a girl, she's not just a woman, she's not a female, she's a lady. That's why it's called ladylike etiquette. And now we're talking about the psychology of this magical woman. We're trying to get in her mind, in her thinking, in her soul, in her behaviors, in her body language. We're trying to get deep inside of her to, take the gems and how we can implement those gems in our life. So number one, I want you to understand that she is not generous with gifting her peace of mind, especially to the strangers. And I wanted to start with that. Hello, Tetevik. What a pleasure to see you live. I know, right? So nice to see you. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And it's a pleasure for me to be in here. So the first one, she's not generous with sharing her mind, giving her mind to people that she knows, to people that the sound is great. Thank you so much. I love the emoji. I'm glad that the sound is great. If anything, please let me know. I can read, I can see your comments while I'm talking. So the reason that she's not generous with sharing her peace of mind is that she knows that there is a certain element of danger that when you're actually sharing everything that you think about, everything that you feel, there is a danger that it could be misunderstood, taken in a wrong way. Majority of the time it's going to be taken in the wrong way because every person has their own opinion, every person have their own understanding of the world. So this is not a woman who is walking and sharing everything that comes to her mind, that she's trying to argue with the managers, she's trying to deal with everyone that she meets, she's trying to control the whole world. She's not generous with sharing her peace of mind. Because a classy lady, you have to understand there's a certain psychology in her mind that she knows who she is. Now, when you know who you are, there is no time for you to share everything because you will never have enough energy. You will never be able to convince anyone or everyone or anybody of your worth or what you want or what you actually like in the world. So what I want you to understand is that she's not giving her peace of mind, not because she's not polite, not because she doesn't have what to say, but because she knows that it can lead to danger. Now I will tell you the very good example. So a few days ago, I was in a restaurant and there was a girl who was not happy with the service, with the food and things like this. And the whole restaurant knew about that. All tables knew that there is a girl who is upset with the service and with the food because she was sharing her mind. She was telling to people when she would go to the ladies' room, did you see what he was doing, how they were serving me? She was raising her voice, everyone was involved, everyone was looking at her, what is happening? So she was sharing a lot generously her peace of mind, how she feels, that she doesn't like the food, that she doesn't like the service. And this was wrong. And why I'm telling you that this was wrong, because that is not a ladylike behavior. A lady is actually not very loud. She's not sharing every thought that comes to her mind. If she's upset, that the whole world needs to know that she's upset. If, for example, you don't like something in a restaurant or you're in a shop or you're at the workplace, other people should not actually know that you're right now upset or angry or mad or disappointed. Because first of all, they cannot change anything. Did you think that all people in a restaurant, including me, could we change her taste bud for her to like the food or for her to like the waiter? We couldn't influence that situation. So she involved all restaurant without actually our permission. So that is actually called, it's emotional abuse when you involve other people in the conversations, in the arguments, in some situations at work, in a restaurant, in a street. People who do not belong actually in that problem. So I want you to understand, if you want to understand the psychology of this woman who has the magic inside, who understands who she is, who she wants to become, that she understands that there are certain things I'm going to keep it to myself. There are certain things I'm not going to share, I'm not going to give, I'm not going to leak out my energy, I'm not going to give peace of my mind to every little dog I meet, every little child I meet, every manager or waiter that I meet, every single person who passes me by, every little car that is driving me past. If you give peace of your mind to every person that you get in contact with during the day, you will come home and you feel like, oh, I'm exhausted, I don't want to do anything anymore. Because you leak out. So I want you to understand, number one, she is not generous. She's not generous giving her peace of mind to people, to strangers, to uncomfortable situations, to uncommon places. in a public areas, because that is against etiquette of being a lady, first of all. Second of all, it makes everyone uncomfortable. And third of all, let's be honest, that doesn't resolve anything. So I want you to once for all decide that I'm not going to give my peace of mind to everyone that I meet. Because first of all, they don't deserve it. But second of all, they're not involved in my life. They cannot help me, they cannot change me, they cannot influence me. So I want you to understand this. Number one is very influential because that's the fundament of everything. If I tell you other things, for example, how she dresses or how she behaves in a society, or what kind of rules she follows, or what she's likes to wear as her favorite perfume, those things do not matter. What matters is how she behaves in a public areas with strangers, with people that she has never met. Hi, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you too. Welcome. I'm so happy you're joining. So what I want you to understand, I on purposely chose this word that she's not generous. That means that actually the opposite of generosity is what? Stinginess. And this is, I'm trying to explain this in a very positive way, that I want you to learn to be stingy with your energy with the strangers. When it comes to you sharing your mind, when it comes to you telling things to the strangers that do not matter, that you will never see in your life again. And actually, you know, this girl who was getting red in her face, arguing, trying to prove the point, explaining herself, complaining. In the end of the day, actually everyone looked at her as weird. So she didn't get anything, she didn't get money back. So it was pointless. Pointless, leaking out of her femininity, leaking out of her energy, and all men were looking at her like, wow, if she's like this in a public place with a complete strangers, I wonder what she's going to do at home when we're alone. So people judge you by the way that you behave, by the way that you don't know how to control your emotions. And by the way, let me know. I have like a background music. If it's too loud, let me know. I can put it down. I have a remote in here, but I just thought it'll be nice to have like, you know, in the background. So do you have any questions about the first one, that we are becoming positively stingy with our emotions and not giving our peace of mind to every single person we meet? We can think about certain things, we can analyze, we can even get angry. That's normal. You are allowed to feel angry, but you are not allowed to share your peace of mind with every person that you meet, because they're not your mom, they're not your husband, they're not your children. So try to understand, the moment you are in a stranger situation, the moment you are with strangers, you have to understand there is a danger of me sharing too much information about me, sharing too much valuable contents, what I think about the world. You do not discuss deep metaphysical aspects and your faith in God. You keep it classy. I love that idea. I learned I feel better when I don't explain myself. Yes, because in general, when you explain yourself too much to people that do not know you, you actually lose a certain productivity of the situation. It means the situation becomes like wobbly, you know, like a table that doesn't have a really good balance. You cannot rely on it. So when you're explaining yourself, sharing too much, like opening your heart, you're sharing every thought, you know, but yes, I didn't like, you're showing all emotions, whole rainbow of your emotions, you are losing control and you are putting yourself in a dangerous situation. And before I move to number 2, I want to tell you a very good story. And this is a real story. One of the girls who contacted me and she had a call, she explained to me that she was very open and she shared too much information too soon with the man that actually took advantage of the information and used it against her. So this is a real life situation, and she was asking me, what shall I do? Now I've gone too far, I revealed too much, and now I put myself in a dangerous situation. So we do not need to do those things. And actually we women, we are the ones who create magic in our life, and we can also create the opposite of the magic. So please be careful and understand this is the number one chapter what I want you to discuss with yourself and between me and you, and between in general in our community with other people on the call, to understand that it's time for me to be positively stingy with leaking out my energy so that the gates get closed, and I'm really thinking, who do I share my peace of mind with? Who do I tell my deepest desires? Who do I actually complain to? Who do I say the glad, happy news, great news? So I want you to become very selective, very picky, and a little bit understand that I have to become stingy with energy, how I behave with my energy. Because right now, majority of us, especially if we are women at a certain age, we're just leaking out our energy, giving our energy to everyone, getting upset everywhere, complaining everywhere, asking for the managers to come. So I want you to, for once for all, understand that I'm a woman, and as a woman, I have rights to not be generous and not share my peace of mind with every person that I come in contact with. And I know it's going to be difficult. In the beginning, you're going to feel a little bit like stiff. You know, when this happens, you're like, oh no, but I need to say, maybe I need to share. But slowly, slowly, you're going to get actually power higher and understand that it's okay if I don't share everything I think about. That's all right if I don't explain myself. That's all right if I do not look for validation from everyone that I meet. That's all right if someone doesn't like me. And that's all right if someone doesn't understand me. That's all right. That's part of life. So this is number one, what I want to discuss with you. Now, if you are ready, let's move to number two. In the second chapter, I want to make you understand that there is a certain way how the world is run. And we cannot change it, and we do not need to fight with it. We don't need to argue with that. We just need to understand it. Now, in the world, everywhere where we go, there are certain laws, there are certain regulations, and those are actually good. If we do not have those things, if we do not have laws, if we don't have specific rules how people need to drive, we don't have red and green lights, then it's going to be very difficult for safety to be present. It's going to be very difficult, then people and the cars are going to hit each other. So I want you to know once for all, the rules and regulations and law is good for us. We don't need to fight with it. We don't need to become like, I'm going to go against the grain. We don't need to do that. Because throughout the generations, in general, the world, how we are growing with our civilization, the laws stay only if they are completely valuable. So trust the government you're living in, trust the society that you're living in. I'm not saying follow the society, but trust that society norms, regulations, and laws are there to protect you. Now, one of the laws that a lot of people don't understand, it's an unwritten law, is actually to have and be able to keep a small talk. And I know this is difficult. A lot of people say, I don't like small talk and this is unnecessary, but small talk, I will tell you, is like this little cute plant, this small talk, this little diffuser, this is small talk. It's nothing too big, it's not a giant, it's not this giant mirror, there's a big chandelier, but it's small, but it's very important. Without this, it will be a little bit dull. Without the pillows, it will be dull. Without the curtains, will be dull. Without the light, will be dull. So I want you to understand that small talk is part of human behaviors. That's how we behave with each other. Now, small talk, a lot of women, they want to be classy, they want to feminine, but they don't know how to actually maintain the small talk. So they might just say hello, but then they forget about everything else. Second rule, to be able to keep the small talk. Yes, thank you so much for a beautiful summary. Now, a lot of women, they can say, hi, hello, how are you? And then they're lost. What shall I say next? How to keep the conversation? I want you to understand, there was a guy on YouTube, he has a very big channel and he's doing great things, but he says, I cannot stand when I go to the lift and people come and I need to keep a small talk. I just can't do small talk. And he complains about it, and he's in a corporate world, and I absolutely understand what he's saying, but this is inability to be able to learn how to live life. If you're not able to do a small talk, there could be complications and difficulties in your life, because every man and every woman, we have to be able to keep space for small talk. And this is a mistake that a lot of men, a lot of women after 25, 30, they make this mistake. Because they want to get married, because they are looking for the other half, because they want to settle down in that age, people become really people pleasers, men and women. And they become, it's called gender desperation. It means that they're looking for validation and approval from the gender, from the opposite gender. Because they want to be with someone, they want to be loved by someone, they want someone to love them, they become a little bit desperate. And desperation is always has a sister, which is too revealing. Emotionally, you become very revealing. With your clothes, you become very revealing. With your behavior and body language, you become very revealing. So this is an ability to keep the small talk. People who are not able to keep the small talk, or in general to have the small talk, always get in a problem. And they always get heartbroken really easily. They cry in the streets. When you see girls crying in the street, those are the people who do not know how to keep the small talk, who do not know how to control their emotions, who do not know how to say no, how to politely say, okay, this is what you think, I respect that. No, they need to keep fighting and sharing their peace of mind. So do you see how first aspect is connected with the second? So if you, as a lady, you want to become this magical woman, that you want to understand the psychology of this woman, you have to understand that she knows how to keep the small talk. That means I'm very respectful. I'm very polite. I have my boundaries. I do not jump into unnecessary conclusions about the people. I don't judge them, but I also do not fall in love with them in first second. I let them be. Like, this is just being. I can touch, I can say, yes, very nice, but I'm not falling in love with this plant. I'm not taking it with me. If I'm going out for a walk or to the shop, and I'm not trying to get attached to it. It's just a plant. So I want you to understand small talk is like a little decor. It's very important decor. Without that, everything looks dull. Imagine if I remove the pillows, if I remove the plants, if I remove the diffusers, the curtains, all these beautiful decorations, we will just have walls. And this is exactly what people become. People who do not know how to keep the small talk, to have general polite conversations, those are the ones who are like just a white wall. Let me see what you're saying. I think I missed one more. There was a comment. Let me just quickly have a look. Hi. Yes, I can see. Let me just go back. Yes, as a classy woman, or oh, I think you're continuing the question. Let me just see. I think I missed one before. Let me just quickly read that. I love that idea. I learn I feel better when I don't explain myself. Let people think what they want, are going to do, and mind my business. Yes, that's regarding number one. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. And let me read this one. While walking my dog, I met a neighbor and we had a little small talk. But when we passed each other on the estate, she often does not respond to my good morning. Should I say good morning as a classy woman, or should I stop since she does not respond? She's only a few years older than me. Now, I want you to understand that this is, people don't do it on purpose. Thank you for the question. Sometimes when it's in the street, and especially if you're across the street, there are a lot of people that come from very educated families, and they know that it's not actually allowed to like shout good morning from the other side of the street. So sometimes they don't respond because it will put them actually in a very discomfortable situation. So if you're passing by next to each other here, right, she says yes. If you're passing by literally here and says good morning and she doesn't answer, of course, then it's a little bit no manners. But if you're opposite the street or even 1 meter, sometimes they don't answer because they don't want to shout, they don't want to be loud, and they don't want to like put themselves in a situation because other people can know. So in general, if you're passing by each other very closely, you don't even need to say good morning. I will teach you one thing that one of my relatives told me. Yes, she's close, just next to our building. I say it sometimes. Yes, if she's with smile. Yes, if she's very close to you, yes, already you're answering, the other girl is answering. Just smile. This is exactly what I want to say. This is, I learned from my relative. So I used to have like a girl in my university when I was studying in university, and she would always complain that she has a neighbor who doesn't answer to her. Simple stuff, yes. But you see, I love that you're sharing with others. And so she was always getting upset, like why my neighbor is not answering. And then I said, but you know what, sometimes when they're older, they're raised differently, they're raised differently than us. They're not as open as we are. They don't go and hug and say hello, kiss on the cheeks. So you have to understand, if the person is older than you, they are a little bit different generation. Even if it's just 5 years, there's difference. Look at 20 years old people and 25-year-old and 30. It's actually 2 different generations. They're very, of course, generations is way bigger, but they're very different. Some people might be going through something mentally, yes, and sometimes they don't even see you. One time I passed by my classmates, 5 girls. opposite them in the street, and they said, Tetivik, you didn't see us. We said hello, you didn't see us. And I said to them, I swear I did not see you. I was thinking about something. I was going to the exam to my music school, and I genuinely did not see them. They were like here. They were not opposite the street, they were here. They said hello to Tevika. I did not hear them because I was thinking about something, and there were 5 of them. And they're like, did you make a joke? I said, I genuinely didn't see them, but I understand tactics. Yes, I want you to understand. So first of all, if she's very close to you, you can just nod or smile. This is what my relative taught me, and this is what I told this girl from my university, that don't worry about it and don't try to make your neighbor always notice you. And my relative taught me that sometimes you can just nod or smile at them. Sometimes it's nice to not say anything. Sometimes it's so lovely to speak actually non-verbally. So I would suggest you to not really worry about it. If you feel disrespected, that she's looking in your eyes and she's ignoring, that's very different. Then of course I would not continue, saying good morning. And you have to understand there is a very deep actual reason why this is happening. Because sometimes when we don't feel enough, when we feel not worthy, we find, yes, agree, thank you. We find people who mirror that to us. That I'm going to say good morning and I'm going to find a person who rejects me. Because look, everyone rejects me because my parent rejected me. This is just a psychological sabotage. Yes, she does something like this, like ignoring on purpose. You see? And you have actually, in your own way, created and attracted that situation because subconsciously you believe this is what I deserve. Try in my life, in reality of Tetivik, try to ignore me. If I say good morning, you will never ever see me in your life. And this needs to be your behavior, that you know that she's doing that on purpose. She's going through something and she does this something. That means this is that unreliable person. Remember, giving too much peace of your mind? Good morning, I'm looking for validation. I want to start the morning to speak with you. I want to connect with you. We are neighbors. I want to be nice. I'm looking for validation, approval. So I'm too generous with my mind, too generous with my energy with you. So if you're on purposely ignoring me, the gate's getting closed. Remember, I says this analogy that you're a beautiful mansion, right? She says, you're a beautiful mansion in Beverly Hills, the gate get closed. What do you mean I tell you good morning and you on purposely ignore me? That's the highest form of disrespect. That means I cannot rely on you. So being able to keep the small talk is important, but the person also needs to respond. Yes, I had to learn that I'm people or something like that. Yes, because people are different from each other. We don't need to compete, we don't need to compare ourselves. We just say good morning with, yes, or someone is saying just say good morning to your other neighbors who answer to you. Because you see, have you noticed when we start the live and we start the training, have you noticed people actually join and they say, hi Tetivik, and I actually always read it. I don't just look, oh man, she said hi, it doesn't matter, she just joined. I actually acknowledge you. I say, I see you, welcome, I'm so happy you joined. I see you because I have a very healthy emotional background. So I'm able to see you. So I want you to understand that first of all, you create that situation because there's something that makes you feel very good about that situation, even if it's bad. It's something very familiar. You feel good that someone is ignoring you. Maybe someone from the parents, someone from the family ignored you. Someone from the past ignored you in your relationship. So that feels familiar, and that's why you're attracted to it as a drug. You go after the dose, you say good morning, she ignores again, you say, oh, it was not nice, but oh, this feels good. You know, there are some people who get hit by their spouse and they cry at that moment, but then they're satisfied. And it's the weirdest thing in the world, but they're used to abuse. So you're used to emotional abuse. Because like I told you, if someone ignores me once, I will never speak with them ever again. So you have to create this understanding, okay, I attract that because it seems very familiar to my past patterns. Or maybe I attract because I just want to get validation of this person. I want to change them. None of the situations is good. Yes, let me see. That makes sense. The small talk and random pleasantness are the same thing as beauty to me. More specifically, you do it because you are a healthy woman and it adds beauty to the world, which is our purpose. I agree. But this will be only the person who has understanding and appreciation will understand that. When you say good morning to your neighbor, you create beauty. It's like you light up the planet. But if the person doesn't have the same understanding, they will ignore you, get irritated, on purposely avoid. So you have to understand, not everyone is going to be ladylike. It's just try to understand. So in this specific situation, I would not greet again the person who on purposely ignores me. And when you say sometimes we had a good chat, like for example with the example, that's emotional abuse. One time I'm nice to you, I'm laughing with you, we can have dogs play with each other, and then I'm attacking you, or then I'm ignoring you. Hello ladies, I love the cute flowers. Hello, welcome. So the second one, this is a lady, magical lady, that she knows. Oh, okay, thank you, you're welcome. She knows how to keep the small talk, but one exception: she doesn't put her head on a stake to be cut. So you will be polite, you will be kind, but if the person is not kind towards you, then not only you will not see small talk, the only thing you will see is my back walking away from you. So this is just a self-respect. So she knows how to keep the small talk, but not on her expense. Not when someone disrespects her. So I want you to really, know this. There was one more I wanted to read. Right. I love the cute emoji. I wouldn't talk to her, but she speaks to me. Right to meet me with dogs. This is a strange situation. She gives mixed signals, and unfortunately our dogs love each other. Well, dogs are very natural and loving creatures. That's why they love each other. That's a good thing. But just because my dog likes some other dog, but the owner of that dog makes me uncomfortable, I will not care what my dog wants, because I'm more important. I'm the priority. Thanks to me, that dog is fed. Thanks to me, that dog has a house. So I'm not going to put my head on a stake for the king to cut the head just because the king wants fun. So try to understand that if she texts, let's meet, but then when you greet, she doesn't greet, you're talking with someone emotionally unstable. And number 2 law dictates that you need to keep the small talk, but not at your own expense. This is very important. So if I were you, in general, I don't deal people with who sends mixed signal. Mixed signal means I'm not sure about you. And in my life, I need people who are sure about me, who respect me, who put me as a priority. Mixed signal, and then cold, then hot, then laugh with my dogs, and then next time she ignores. It's a mentally unstable person. You need to give her business card of a psychological institution. I would not deal with a person like this, because it affects your psychic. It doesn't change her psychic. And one thing I want to talk about the small talk, try to understand that small talk is not long. Small talk is not 2 hours. Small talk is not, hey, this is not small talk. Small talk is, hello, how do you do? Hi, how are you today? Small talk. It's called small on purpose. That means the sentences are short, they're not too deep, they're quite concise, and they talk about the things that are important at that moment. Not about, let's talk about who, does God exist? That is not a small talk. That is actually inappropriate topic. So some topics you're not supposed to discuss with strangers. Money, politics. So small talk is just being polite. Oh, what a lovely weather. It's a perfect example of small talk. Oh, have you been here before in this restaurant, or it's your first time? Perfect example of small talk. I love your dress. Where did you buy it? This color really suits you. Small talk. Not, have you lost weight? Do you know how to lose weight? I read this book. You should read this book. It will help you. This is inappropriate. Why are you talking about the weight of some other person? So we understand small talk in the wrong way. We think that small talk means talking about different things in a fast manner. Small talk means my sentences are short, concise, and I talk about topics that are not confrontational, that are not difficult. I'm not going to talk about mathematics and geography and discuss political future of our country in economical stages that we're going through. Small talk means it's light. It's like feather. So we discuss something, we talk about something like very natural, that we can see around, the weather, maybe it's a restaurant, maybe it's someone's address, maybe it's some kind of item, and we keep it very light. The sentences are short, and the whole conversation is short. That's why it's called small talk, not long talk, not big talk, not large, small talk. So she knows how to keep small talk. She keeps the space for small talk, but she doesn't go to deep talk. Small talk and deep talk are two different things. Deep talk is, for example, right now we have a deep call. We're discussing the topic. We're going through every chapter one by one. We're answering the questions. We're sharing our opinions. But you cannot do this with a stranger. This is a safe community. I always see you, I always welcome you, I allow you to express yourself. But with strangers, you don't do that. So learn to determine what is small talk. Short, concise, no confrontation, no arguments, no proving your mind, not sharing, giving your peace of mind. Just polite conversation about neutral topics. The moment the confrontation comes, you know, okay, this is not a small talk. I'm getting myself in a danger. I'm getting myself in a problem. I'm losing my magic. So imagine that you're this beautiful fairy, you know, you're running everywhere, like flying everywhere, going everywhere. You have this golden dust around you, and you want to keep that. So you don't want to go to the unpleasant, scary places. Just this light fairy, small talk. I don't share my peace of mind with everyone, and I keep it like polite. Hello, how are you? How is your day? Nice to see you. Thank you so much. This was amazing. Thank you for the dinner. Thank you for serving me. Thank you for cleaning. Thank you for my parcels. Small talk. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Neutral. She's neutral. She doesn't look with hatred. She doesn't say, oh my God, I love you. She doesn't have these extremities, these mental disorders. She's neutral. So if you want to know, one big solution and summary from number 2 is she knows how to be neutral. And this is a key aspect for any woman in general. Now we're going to move to number 3, but I really want to answer your questions before we move. Today I don't have my laptop. I mean, I have, but it's charging. So, but I love to be in a quiet with you, and I don't need to worry, you know, about like people walking and things like this. I love to be in quiet so I can actually focus on you all. I was out with a group of ladies, and it seems that they were keeping me out of the video intentionally. It was strange behavior. Should I stop socializing with this group? Yes. The moment you get a red flag about anyone, that they discriminate you, they push you away, they don't let you to be in the pictures. Can you take a picture of us and not be in a picture? Because if we're all together in a video, the waiter can take a video. Or why they're trying to push you away from the video. So you want me there, you want me to share the bill, you want me to pay, you want me to entertain you, you want me to laugh at your jokes that are not funny, and then the moment I need to be in a video, I'm not included. You will never see me again. It's a self-respect. The psychology of this magical woman is self-respect. And I don't care. I'd rather be alone and walk alone and sit and eat alone than be with people who push me away. Because you have to understand, if you get used to this pattern, being pushed away, being ignored, being like, oh, hidden, ashamed of, this pattern will become a norm. That's why it's dangerous to go through these things with people who are not, loving and welcoming. And I want you to understand, for once for all in your life, if anyone treats you like this, those people are saying that you're not special, that they're not planning to love you or like you or respect you. Because the person who has respect, the person who admires you, the person who likes you, it's an instant feeling. We cannot control it. It's based on our instinct. We know our tribe. We recognize who people are being similar to us, who are closer to us, who are like us. So if they're pushing you away, they're trying to say you are not from our tribe. So why would you on purposely go to the wrong tribe? Imagine you are a white person, imagine, and you're going and you see Indians. And you're trying to push yourself to go to that tribe. They're like, yeah, but you're white. It's not about the race, it's not about the color. Try to understand, it's about the culture. You will not be able to eat their food. They will not be able to marry you. You will not be able to hunt like they hunt. So you are like a white person trying to go to Indian tribe or Black African tribe. You stand up like a sore thumb. They don't want you. They push you away from their tribe. But you're still, no, but please validate me, love me. No. So if I see anyone is pushing me, anyone is trying to like, okay, you're not going to be in a video. Oh, great. Thank you, God, so much for saving my time and showing that this is not my tribe. Next time they're texting, would you like to come? Thank you so much. I have some other plans, but I wish you to have an amazing night. And I will do everything possible to find me some other tribe. So it's self-respect. And you all are amazing beings because you actually know the answer. And sometimes have you noticed? In the question, you actually tell the answer. You just want me to put light on it and validate, which I do. I validate you. You are thinking correct. You are correct. The moment you feel like a child that is not seen by parents, that's the moment when you know this is not my tribe, these are not my people. You need to feel completely seen, completely heard. Otherwise, what's the purpose of living? What's the purpose of hanging out with people, sharing your most valuable information, most valuable thoughts, most valuable time? You deserve to be paid back. So for example, you're listening to a topic, you're writing some summaries, you're learning, but there's a time when you want to ask the question. And imagine if I say no questions. You'll be like, yeah, but I have a question. Why am I not allowed to ask the question? But I always welcome you, and you can ask any question, even that is not connected with our topic. And that's why people feel safe. That's why they're like, I can't wait for the live, because I know that she's going to be my loving mom, she's going to be my loving dad, she's going to see me, she's going to welcome me. And you want to be drawn to people like this. So I love these perfect examples of these ladies, that they actually show us how much we actually don't respect ourselves and give ourselves to people who do not deserve us. 100%. And I love that cute heart emoji. I love when you're sending this. It's like a different, it's not a real, like a regular heart. It has the eyes, and it's like a heart that is like a human. It's very cute. Thank you for making our chat beautiful. Thank you for giving me this gracefully, this info gracefully. You're welcome. That's why I'm here, to help you. Amazing advice. I'm glad it helps. Hi Tetivik, I just watched your video and now I see your live makes my evening. Oh, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, today, ladies, I post a video. I was in my room next to Vanity. You know how much I love that place. And I recorded, it's a very deep video. It has only like 2 chapters, and I actually explain about femininity, that you need to choose femininity. And then I explain that you need to choose beauty in life. Not only beauty in you, in your clothing, but beauty in life, the places, people, situations. So it's a very deep metaphysical video, but in the end you're like, yeah, this is what I want to choose. This is what type of life I want to have. It's a very nice video. I think it's like 20-25 minutes, but it was just, and it's so calm. Like there is so much peace in it. So I did like, because you know I was doing a lot of lives, I thought I want to put my regular video as well. I love what I love my passion. I love this. Your beauty in situation, yes, no drama, yes. I love the cute fairy, you know, fairy, the cute emojis. Her lives are very nice. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I love lives because then I can help you actually in the real world. 3 words: tiny, cold, impeccable advice. I love those cute emojis. Someone sent the emoji of running, you know, when someone disrespects you, or just run. Open, but with a healthy distance. 100% agree, yes. Healthy distance is very important. Like I told you, you do not put your head for the king to play with you just because he wants to cut someone's head. You say, no, thank you, I'm not going to be the one. I was wanting what is the best way to distance myself from future offers of outings. Your answer helped. Thank you. You're welcome. Very simple. Thank you so much for your invitation, with a genuine face, with a genuine smile. Thank you so much, but I have other plans, but I wish you to have a magical time with each other. I love this title, Magical Woman. Yes, magic. She's not a regular woman. She's a magical woman. And this magical woman, she has a specific psychology about herself. So this is what we're discussing, her psychology. I love the music, thank you. It's a huge, I will show you, 1 second. Here you go. So we have a beautiful music to relax on. And I love this, always the background music. I always tell you that the TV, the only reason I would ever have is just for the music. I love the music. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you, you're welcome. Yes, beauty in situation. No drama. In general, don't do any drama. Just make your conclusions. What time it is in Dubai? Very early in the morning. Yes, like 3:30 in the morning, 4 almost. Very early or late. This is so true. I love your videos, but lives are the best. Yeah, they're very different. The energies are very different. They're like two different things. It's like you cannot even compare. It's very different energy, very different information, very different presentation. So they're just, it's like, I was thinking to like decide between one, but there's not possible because they're two different things. It's like a top and a skirt and a dress. Different things. You cannot even compare. When you put the skirt and the top, is completely different outfit than when you put one piece of, you know, I love this dress, by the way. Super beautiful. And this, you see how it is in here? It's actually on the bottom as well. So it's really beautiful. You know, I love, in general, long ones. Now, if you're ready, let's move to the number 3, the 3rd chapter. If you have questions, please let me know. The number 3 is that she has innate respect towards the people. Yes, both are great. Thank you. I will keep posting both. So she has innate respect without liking people. And I want to explain this because it's a very important aspect. We women, men do this a bit more rarely because men is in general raised to love himself, to put himself first. That's why men, you know, they're 15, 16, they're already driving, they're like alone, they're going out, they're approaching women because they're created like this. Now, women, we have completely different programming. We are programmed to love everyone, to accept everyone, to help everyone, to nurture the stranger in the street. And this is a very big mistake for us women. I want you to understand that this woman, this magical woman, in order for her to keep her magical powers, she has innate respect towards the people, but she doesn't need to like them. And this is a really hard concept to understand. But if you can grasp it, your life will become at ease. So that means if I'm walking in a street, I might not like specific ethnicity, specific nationality, specific color, specific age, specific tone of the voice, specific language. You need to say, as a person, I'm allowed to not like certain people. I'm allowed. It's like constitution of a human being. I'm a free human being. I'm allowed to not like some people. I'm allowed to not like certain places, certain music, certain clothes. I'm allowed to dislike things and people. Now, I'm going to keep my respect. I'm going to keep my politeness. I'm going to have my boundaries with people. I'm going to show this cordial respect, but that doesn't mean that I need to love, admire, or like that person. Do you see how important this concept is? It will give you this entitled freedom that you are actually looking for. Every one of us that is right now struggling is because we do not have this. Rule number 2, she has innate respect. It's innate respect towards other people without trying to people please them. Innate respect with other people without liking them. So I respect everyone, but I don't need to like them. I don't need to be friends with them. I don't need to see them again. I don't need to shake hands. I don't need to give my money to people that I don't like. I don't need to be in the places I don't like. I'm going to treat everyone with respect. I'm not going to raise my voice. I'm not going to shout. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight because that is not allowed. That is not classy. And that is, I'm losing my magic. Imagine that golden dust that you have covering you. This is part of your magic. You are created from gold, golden lady. And someone is scraping off your gold while you're standing. Imagine you're a beautiful statue created from gold, and you allow anyone to scrap a little bit gold so they can sell and they can make a bracelet, and that the person is scrapping from here, taking and creating earrings. You will not, as a statue, exist for one day. Everyone will scrap you off. So you're a golden lady, this magical lady, you show respect, but that doesn't mean that I need to like you. And this is very difficult for women because we are trained to like everyone, to love everyone, to kiss everyone, to hold everyone, to help everyone, to cook for everyone, to clean after everyone. And I want you to wake up and put a crown on your head and remember that I'm a princess, I'm royalty, and I'm not a maid, I'm not a slave. I don't need to like everyone, I don't need to be with everyone, I don't need to even accept dates. And this was like a revolution with one of my friends. Rule number 2, she has innate respect without liking people. And you know, this idea came to my mind recently through different experiences that I was going through. And it made my life so easy when I realized that I have to respect everyone, but I don't need to like them. That it's okay for me to not like some people. For example, there are people that you might not like how they look like. Physically, you might not like them. Maybe there are languages, you know, that I personally don't find beautiful. I'm allowed to not like those languages. This is the world. It's a menu. You know, when you go to the restaurant, it's very rarely that you can say that you love the whole menu. You will say, no, I don't eat this. I don't maybe eat fish. I do, but for example. Or maybe you're vegetarian, you don't like meat. You are allowed to choose from the menu the dish that you want. But you are not bashing other dishes, right? You don't take the menu and this you need to erase from the menu. If you want me to order salmon, you have to erase beef. I disapprove of this menu. Delete everything and print the menu for me, just says salmon. Excuse me. Or I want oysters. Change your menu and put the oysters. I do love oysters, by the way. I want you to understand that this is what we do. We become like insane in the world. We think that we need to love everyone or they need to like us and everyone needs to love each other and everyone needs to like each other. That is impossible. And it's such a leakage of energy. So I want you to give yourself permission that I'm allowed to not like everyone. I'm allowed to not like every food. I'm allowed to not like every place I go. But I'm going to show respect. Because if I don't show respect, it will be war. If you fight with everyone, if you fight with everyone that you don't like. Actually, I really like because it was like, you know, like when the drums, they said like, finish. And it was like such a good energy. I was saying, I'm allowed to not like everyone. It was like, yes, you are. It's like a orchestra celebrating my words. So give yourself once for all permission. And what we're going to do, I always say, take your hand and put it on your heart, because this is actually how you can feel your body. You can feel that you're here, you feel the presence, and you say, I'm allowed to not like everyone. I'm allowed to not love everything I see in the world. I'm allowed to not like every place. I'm allowed to not like every dish, every clothes, every animal, every weather, every physical thing. I'm allowed to not like everyone. But I promise to show respect. And this is number 3, is a very fundamental law. This is the psychology of this magical woman. She understands that she's magic. She understands she's golden. She understands she's a Rolls-Royce caliber of a woman. But she doesn't disrespect other people. Have you seen Rolls-Royce driving and beeping at everyone? Opening the door and hitting bicycles? Shouting that move little cars away? He doesn't need to do that. He's driving in the middle, or if it's she for you, a cutie is driving in the middle. She knows I'm Rolls-Royce, but she's respecting other people, other cars, other traffic lights, animals, dogs, people. Respect. But do you think Rolls-Royce likes everyone? Do you think Rolls-Royce is a fan of scooters or bicycles? No. But he respects. And you see, the cars have law. There's a certain, you know, how far you can go, how close you can go. You need to stand, you need to give away, you need to watch the traffic light. Rules and regulations. This luxury woman magical woman, ladylike woman, her etiquette is that I accept rules and regulations. I respect everyone, but it doesn't mean that I'm forced to like everyone. So she's completely free. She shows respect, she has dignity, she shows courtesy, but she's not in love with everyone. She doesn't drain herself to like everyone and everything that she sees. So I want you to once for all give yourself this freedom that I don't need to like everyone, and that's fine. That is such a powerful statement, especially being raised to be a good girl. This is agreeable. Giving yourself permission to not like everything is a beautiful revelation. Yes, and you said in a very beautiful way, giving yourself permission, because our parents didn't give us this permission. They forced us, you need to like everyone, you need to help everyone, you need to be a good girl. I don't want to be a good girl. First of all, I'm a woman. And good, it's too small for me. I'm magical. I don't want to be a good girl. I want to be a magical lady. That means I'm a little bit floating up. I'm a little bit higher than regular people, mediocrity, some arguments. I'm higher. I want you to understand this very deep concept. It will give you immense freedom in life. Before I found your channel, God sent me a sign. I said regium, which is in Latin for royal. Then I found your channel. Oh wow, what a programming, what a powerful lady you are. That's amazing. Thank you for being in here, and you absolutely created. Maybe this doesn't exist, maybe you created this. Because I always say that actually nothing exists. You create everything. So, there are so many channels, and what's the possibility for you to find exactly this? Especially you said that word in Latin. So, that's why I tell you, you need to be careful what you say. But this is a good example. And that's why I tell you, remember, in my videos I always say that you need to say, I need a man. It means you're calling him. I need gifts. I need my Rolls Royce. I need dresses. I need diamonds. I want, I desire. So yes, allow yourself. This is amazing action testimony. Welcome. We're so happy that you're here. What a magical woman. Perfect example of magic in real life. Now let's go to number 4. I made a video some time ago, I think a year or 2 years ago, about the etiquette of a classy woman. And one of the points there I remember very vividly, because actually it's funny, but I remember every my video. And there was a point where I spoke about that a lady doesn't eat in the streets. And I thought one day I will speak about this a little bit more. And this day has come. And I want to talk about this no street life. I named a rule number 4 that magical woman has no street life. And I want to, of course, explain properly what I mean. I personally believe if a woman is beautiful, at a certain age, she needs to be a little bit more hidden. And I've noticed with myself, even when I come from my house, if I need to go somewhere to the shop, and we have restaurants downstairs, and downtown is a few minutes walk from me, so and the most beautiful buildings, the most beautiful restaurants, everything is next to me. The second biggest mall in the world is here, so everything is near me. So that means it's a lot of people in here. And sometimes I go to the streets that are more hidden. A rule: magical women have no street life. Yes, thank you so much for the summary. You're so amazing. It's so lovely to have someone, such a great student. Yes, and I noticed myself throughout the years when I'm getting older and wiser in a positive way, because of course we're all aging in reverse nowadays, but it's a beautiful thing we have. But I noticed that I don't need to be seen with more people. Actually, I choose the street that are quieter. I go to places that are not so crowded. And today, for example, was Saturday, and I wanted to go to do shopping, and I thought it's Saturday, everyone is going to be there. So I thought I will go tomorrow, Sunday, in a quiet time. And I wanted to go to the restaurant and sit and write my journal, and I said I will go tomorrow when it's quiet time. And it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of responsibility to know that I'm not supposed to be seen with everyone and by everyone. I'm not a tree standing in the middle of the street that everyone can come and see me, every wind can move me, every dog can come and play with me. I'm unique. I'm a magical being. And if you think about it, this topic is not made up from my mind. Actually, this is complete truth. You're magical. Your whole body, the way it moves, the way right now you don't realize, but everything is working inside of you. There are so many processes happening in a biological level that you have no idea about. Just the fact your heart is beating, that you're breathing, you're hearing, you're seeing, you're seizing smells. There are so many things happening right now, and you're absolutely not aware of them, because this is an excellent machine. This is the most beautiful vehicle that is driving you everything, everywhere. Wherever you want to go, it takes you. And with our thoughts, we can travel to our future. We can create something new. We can create a future for our children. So I want you to understand this magical woman. I didn't just take it from nowhere. You are, right now, if you're listening, you are breathing, you can see me, you're a magical creature. And the ladylike etiquette is trying to understand actually that I am magical. That means there is no street life for me. That means in the nights, I do not walk with my heels in a dress in the street. What kind of message am I sending? Imagine me right now, at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, walking in the street. I mean, no problem, you can do it, but what kind of message is it sending? Or being available for everyone to look at me anytime. I go everywhere where it's crowded, where it's a lot of people. No, I don't want that. She has no street life. It means she does not eat in the streets. She doesn't drink in the streets. And before I was coming, I really wanted to, there is this drink that is made from like a bifidobacterias. It's a healthy bacteria for the gut. It's like a Greek yogurt. Some people have it, it's called kefir, some people laban, some people call it other ways. It's like, imagine Greek yogurt with a little bit of salt, and it has different bacteria cultures inside. It's very healthy for your gut. And I really wanted to have one before I wanted to start life. But it never occurred to me that I'm going to stand in the middle of the street and drink it. Yes, someone says. And I found a restaurant. I didn't order anything. I sat down at the restaurant table, used their chair. The waiter looked at me and gave me permission. I sat down and I drank that drink. And only then I continued walking. LOL. I am so particular that I will not do regular simple movement without thinking about it. How does it look like from the side? If I'm wearing dresses, I'm wearing beautiful heels, my hair is done, my nail is done, and I'm standing in the middle of the drink, in the middle of the street and drinking this water. Yes, but 1 meter from me is a restaurant. Why can't I sit down? Why can't I drink in a normal way? I will have to learn to stop that. Yes, because a lot of times nowadays in society we're in rush, and my big question is, where are everyone rushing? Trying to look important. You know, when I go to the elevator, everyone is immediately there, intimidated by me wherever I go. Everyone immediately going right away into their phones. And you know what's funny? New York City as well. Yes, London is the same. And you know what's funny? I actually look in their phone. And you know what they're doing? Opening cards or playing childish games. So you appear serious, but this is what you're doing? It's funny for me. I'm very comfortable, I'm very confident. I never go to my phone. So this lady, magical lady, she does not have a street life. Doesn't walk late in the nights, being provocative, getting herself in her trouble, getting herself in difficulties, eating outside, drinking outside, listening to the music outside, reading a book while she's walking. Do not do weird things. And there was a story I wanted to tell you, but I didn't tell, regarding when we're talking about having respect, but you are not obligated to like everyone. I wanted to mention the story about the girl who was feeling obligated to go to every date she was asked for. And one time I said to her, do you actually like this man? Do you really want to go on a date with him? I said, not really. But he'll bring me flowers, he'll bring me the gifts, he'll take me to a nice restaurant. I said, why do you go on a date with him? If you don't see future with him, why you go? It's like, I never thought of it. That was the first time in her life that she didn't go on a date. So I said, so you go on a date with everyone that asks you? I said, yes. What a waste of energy. What a waste of a beauty. Magical woman is not for the streets. So that means I cannot accept every date. I cannot accept every invitation to go to every event, because your attention, your beauty, your presence is very expensive. Imagine if I have Rolls Royce and you create a party and you say, can you please come and park your Rolls Royce outside? It will get attention. Oh my God, there is someone with a Rolls Royce. Let's go to that party. So you are that Rolls Royce. Wherever you go, you actually get privilege. You give people privilege. You create the house, the restaurant, the venue, the hotel become privileged just because you are there. And I have this rule with myself that if I go somewhere and I don't feel that they appreciate me, they don't understand my value, I never go there again. Because having me there, you need to, when I come, you need to put a red carpet. Because the princess has arrived and you are a princess. And if you're a man, you are a prince. So you appear and everyone need to serve you. Everyone need to like, wow, she's here or he's here, admire you. So a magical woman is not for streets. And we have to completely, for once for all, decide that I will never again eat in a street. I'm not saying if you're sitting in a restaurant, it's, you know, like next to the beach and that's not what I mean. That's, you can, yes, you can, it's official restaurant, but you do not walk in a street or sit in a corner somewhere in the street and eat or drink. Wait until you get to the car, then you drink. Or like I did, I went to the restaurant, I sat down for just 5 seconds and I drank there. I did not see myself standing in the middle of the road and drinking that. I couldn't do it. I could not physically do it because my body dictates me how to behave. That's why I tell you, wear dresses. They will dictate how you will behave. Because when you're dressed slappy, it's really easy to live slappy. That's why even at home, I wear dresses. It dictates how I move, if I need to move certain things, if I need to clean something, if I need to organize something. Even my movements are like, oh, don't forget that you're a princess. Dresses, covered, beautiful dresses. And understanding that there is no street life for a ladylike etiquette. No eating, no laughing in the streets, no reading a book. Some girls walk and read a book. That looks weird. Go to a beautiful restaurant and do it. At least men can approach you and says, oh, what are you reading? And this is the best tactic I ever said to one girl. She was saying, Tevik, so what do you do in a restaurant? I said, I read or I journal. I don't just go and eat and look at the wall. What a waste of time. I want to get something. Either I want to learn something, so I'm reading, or I'm journaling, and the idea comes and it blows my mind. Oh my God, yes, I want to do something. I was in a restaurant in London when I was living, and I was writing in my journal, and it hit me that I want to move out to a different city. So do you understand how God can bless you by you just sitting in a restaurant writing your journal? Revelation can come that can change your life, which changed my life. So I don't never think that I will ever go to the restaurant and waste my time or waste my life and play on games. I don't play games on the phone. I think it's very childish. Only read or write a journal. And every single time, the most handsome man, the most educated with the suits, what are you reading? What are you writing? So I said to this girl who said what you're doing in a restaurant, because she had a homework. When we have private consultations, you get different homeworks and they're getting you from out of your comfort zone, they're getting you to the next level. And her homework was to go to the restaurant, to sit in a restaurant with a beautiful dress, to take a picture and then report how it was. She's like, what shall I do? I said, just take your favorite book and read. So that will make me feel actually very comfortable. That will make me feel that I have something to rely on. It's like I'm there with a friend, because a book is a friend. And what do you think that happened to her? I do this too when I go by myself. Yes, writing. Well done that you're doing that. Writing, yes, I've understood what you meant. So she went with that book, and guess what happened? She met a man on that first day. He came to her, what are you reading? And then rest is history. Now they're dating. 4 months already together. Hi, beautiful. I just joined. Oh my god, totally do this too. So happy that you joined. You came right on time. So, no eating anymore in the street, no drinking, no loud phone calls with a speaker. That's super disrespectful and very low class. That means you have hearing problems. And your call in general, imagine this is my remote control, but it should be, yes, hello, how are you? Oh, great. So when is my delivery going to come? You can hear my voice is a little bit like even cutting. I'm not talking full voice. Oh, great. Okay, just leave it at the door. It's like I'm slowly swallowing the words. Your phone conversation need to be lower tone than your regular conversation. Phone conversations in the past, we didn't have mobile phones. It was a privilege that someone can call you and talk to you. And there was etiquette that, hi, hello, how do you do? Thank you so much for calling. One moment, I will connect you with this person. So you have to go back to this old school, look at the old Hollywood movies, how they were talking, how they were behaving. Then when you are on the phone, understanding, okay, I'm right now Hollywood actress. Oh, hi, how do you do? Thank you so much. Oh, great, the gift is ready. Great, I'll come pick up. The cake is ready. Okay, I will send the driver. The dress is ready. Great, I will come to try. Short, quiet, small talk. Hi, how do you do? How's your day? Great, thank you so much. Short, small, sentences short. Polite. In general, luxury woman is not for the streets. So, I always say that, for example, this, I have water in here and it's in a glass, of course. But imagine, when people walk with the hot, boiling coffee that can scar you if it goes to your skin in the paper bags. I could never understand that. And then they take a picture. What are you taking a picture of? Paper? Here you go, tissue. Do you want to take a picture of this tissue? Tea. Yes, or tea in a glass. And they're walking proudly and then they're taking pictures. Take a picture of your daughter, of your son. Take a picture of your diploma. Take a picture of your grandparents. Take a picture of some achievements. Not a cup made from the paper that has hot drink inside. That's an ultimate danger. So, lady, it comes from bigger cities when they walk, like feeling that you're cool with a drink in your hand. That's not cool. Because in older times, kings and queens, they never carried their own drink. Never. They had a person who makes tea. Tea lady, it was called. Haha, people take too many pictures of drinks and food, not real memories. Yes, because they're incredibly isolated and lonely. They take pictures. This plant is my best friend. No, you're weird. You need to go to the therapy. Plant cannot be your friend. Or animal. Cannot be your friend. You're disconnected from the world. I rather speak with a stranger and smile and have a small talk and talk about just the weather than say that take a picture of the food or drink or a paper bag. Let's take a picture of plastic bags. This is exactly what you're doing with those cups. So she's not a street woman. She's not dressed provocative. She's not always seen in the street, Whenever I would go shopping, there was a woman always walking in the street. Every time I'm sitting in the mall, because it's the same seat, the same mirror. Every time I'm sitting there trying the diamonds, she's walking. I said once to the person, this woman lives in the street? She said, no, she gets a lot of wealthy men, they get after her, so this is her street. I thought, what a disrespect. What kind of life is that? So number 4 is that she has no street life. No eating in the street, no reading in the street, no laughing in the street, not talking with the phone loudly in the street, not trying to get attention or get dates in the street. Forget the street. Focus on beautiful lounges, on beautiful places, beautiful galleries, restaurants, hotel lobbies. Focus on high-end places. Now, if you're ready, let's move to number 5. In here, I want you to understand the law of a magical woman, that she does not need to communicate this with everyone or prove the point, but she understands her value. And remember, I created recently this theory of Rolls-Royce woman, and I want to bring that theory in this conversation. The magical woman, she has a certain self-etiquette. It means there's a certain way how I treat me when I'm with me. Okay, I'm not in a street, I'm not walking somewhere, I'm not in a restaurant, I'm not with my man. There's a certain way I treat me when I'm with me. So imagine you have that Rolls Royce parked in your garage. Yes, because no one sees you, what you're going to go and scratch the Rolls Royce. You're going to criticize that your eye is smaller than another eye. He's like, no, I'm perfect. What are you talking about? That your hips are larger? Yes, because I need to hold you. I need to hold the Skyline's roof. What are you talking about? So this is what women do when they're alone. Suddenly something is wrong. Suddenly one hand looks shorter than another. Suddenly something is wrong with your hips or thighs or chest or the belly. When you stay alone, it's like you completely forget about your value. And you know, women do this, especially beautiful women. They dress up very nice when they're in public. They seem a little bit distant, a little bit further, and a little bit cold. I'm like, yes, I know I'm very beautiful. And then they come home and they beat themselves, scratch themselves. Some women cut themselves. I knew a guy, and his woman was constantly cutting herself. And I could not understand this. And she was so beautiful, you will not believe. Beauty, true beauty. And I said to him, why your woman is always wearing polo necks and very long sleeves? And you know, not like a normal sleeve that ends here, but like super long. He said, because she has a problem. She sometimes likes to play these games with cutting. And I thought in the beginning he's joking, but that was like 10-15 years ago. It shocked me to my core that a beautiful woman can abuse herself so badly. And he was very handsome. And he was with her. And of course, it didn't work. He came to me, that's why. Because I'm healthy. But I didn't take him from her. He naturally disconnected, and he said, I can't do it anymore. Like, I'm afraid of her, you know, like that one day it will, you know, end her life. So I want to tell you one thing, that if you want a stable man, if you want family, if you want love, you have to learn and understand your own value without proving it to anyone, without explaining it to anyone, without trying to get the validation and the stamp that you are good. But when you are alone with you, you have this relationship with yourself. And you know, today I was sitting and I was editing the videos, and I really wanted to post, because you know, I have the second channel as well, the Russian channel. I already posted the video there yesterday, and then today I posted the video here, because I want to keep that consistency. I still want the recorded videos to also go on YouTube, and when I have time, we can do the lives. And I was editing and I was doing everything, and I bought this fluffy, it's really beautiful, it's like a cover for the chair, and it's 2 layers, so it's really thick and fluffy. And I was sitting there and I was touching that fluffy part, and then suddenly I just touched my knees, and I was editing and looking at the video, and I just felt so comfortable and so nice, and I said, don't worry, I'll take care of you. I will always take care of you. So I was sitting there completely nonchalant, no one is involved, and I was looking at this edit, I was looking at myself as what I'm saying, I'm listening carefully, and there's a mirror, and then I look at myself in the mirror, and I touch this fluffiness, and that I touched my knees, and I held, it's like, I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of held my knee, and I said, I'll always take care of you, I'll always take care of you. And there was this baby inside, like this, you know, sitting. But there was also this adult that, I know who you are. You're my Rolls Royce. You're my everything. You're my baby. You're my magical woman. And I will always take care of you. It's okay, the parents are gone. Sometimes parents, you know, are not alive. It's okay, the siblings don't talk to you. It's okay, you broke up with someone. It's okay, people don't appreciate you at work. It's okay, your friends betray you. Doesn't matter. I will take care of you. I have a relationship. There is Tetivik, and then there is Tetivik. You might not see with your naked eye in here, but there are 2 Tetivik. There is one a child Tetivik, and there's adult Tetivik. An adult Tetivik is responsible for the child. So my child is safe because she has a loving mom and loving dad. It's all in one persona. And this relationship that you create between you and you is this ability to understand your value without proving to anyone. And I will tell you an example. One time we were at the restaurant with my friend, and we dressed very nice. I had a blue dress with a red bow, and she had a red dress with a blue shoe. So we on purposely coordinated because it was Christmas. We wanted to look stunning, and we did. And she got me a huge bag with multiple gifts, and I got her so many things. I needed, extra space for just the gifts, and we're sitting there having a fabulous time, taking pictures, eating the most expensive meal. We are in the most famous hotel in the world, and we're having a fabulous time. And we're laughing, talking about things, discussing things. And next to us, there are also women who are celebrating. But those are women who didn't know their worth. Upset, angry with life, fighting with each other, fighting with the waiter, being annoyed with everything, complaining about everything. And it dawned on me that we live in two different realities. Me and my friend are people that we value ourselves, we love ourselves, we have a relationship with ourselves. And then there are women completely disconnected who do not value themselves because the way they were dressed on a Christmas, it shows you don't value yourself. The way that they're arguing with each other, not appreciating each other, arguing with the waiters, arguing with everyone, that means you do not respect yourself, you don't respect other people. So I want you to understand, I read this in, I don't remember the name of the book, but it was talking about positive and negative energies. And it was explaining, I'm sure it was an American book, because actually this science, psychological science and movement of positivity and negativity, it comes from American side. And the book was explaining that the moment you become angry, mad, upset with someone, you are in a car, imagine, and you're turning to the world of evil. The moment you're happy, joyful, you have this calm, freedom energy, you're turning your car, which is you, your body, your energy, your whole being, you're turning to the different world. The book didn't say you're turning to the different street. It says you are turning to the world of evil or to the world of good. And I remember that it really influenced me. That one sentence, that was the one that I was supposed to take from the book. So after 5-6 years, I can tell in this video to change someone's life that understanding your value becomes this catalyst of where you're going to turn your own car, your own purpose, your own goals in life. Where are you going to turn? And every time when you disrespect yourself, when you allow someone to kiss you that you don't want, you go to the date that you don't really enjoy, you stay in a place you don't feel safe, you live in a house you do not like, you accept projects or jobs from people that are abusive towards you, every time when you completely abandon your own needs and just do what other people want you to do, forgetting your value, you turn to the world of evil. And that's why we become a bit depressed, anxious, upset with life, because we turn to the world of evil, where is negative energy. So I want you to once for all learn this law about ladylike etiquette, that the etiquette contains requirements of you to know your value. Because etiquette is actually for a higher society. A lower class people don't need etiquette. Factory worker doesn't need an etiquette because he or she, they don't know their value, they don't see their value. That's why they're working in a factory. So in order for you to become a magical woman, you have to understand, I'm golden. I'm created from gold, from diamonds. So I have to sometimes remind myself who I am. Sometimes remind myself of my value. And like I did today, just hold yourself at your hips, at your knees, like this, and say, I'll take care of you. I will always take care of you. I will never leave you. It will create such a strong bond between you and you that I got you. The whole world can be against me. You should see me sometimes. And I still know that everything is fine because Tetivik will be there. And I don't only have Tetivik. I have the whole protection of the world, but I have my Father, Heavenly Father. This one, you do not joke with him. So I want you to understand your value. What a beautiful emoji, thank you. Are you ready for number 6? This one is a very good analogy. A few days ago, I went for a walk and I saw a very beautiful tree with an exotic white flower with a yellow inside. And every time I see these trees, I always like to pluck that flower and put it in my hair. This is how I am. So these flowers are very high and I couldn't reach them. They were like 4 men, and I said, please, can you drag the waves down so I can pluck myself? I want to choose. So these 4 men forgot about their life, forgot about their purpose, forgot about their open cars, forgot about someone that is on the phone, and they start bending the tree to bend next to me because I'm a princess. And I plucked the few flowers that I like. I said, thank you so much, and I left. And while I was walking and wearing this flower, suddenly I come to the place where it's like a seat. There's some trees, some greenery, and there is a cat laying in the middle of that chair and chillaxing. Like, that's my house. It's in the middle of the street, completely unattached. And then she saw me like, yes, hi, how are you? Like this, the face you should have seen. And he's continuing to relax. And something, I really like that moment because they say that a woman is like standalone cat who walks alone, spends time alone. She's happy to be alone. She loves to be with a man. She loves to get married. She loves to have children. But she can be this standalone person. And this is the number 6. I want you to understand that ladylike etiquette includes in self a strong ability to be a standalone person. And in the brackets, you can write a cat who walks alone. Have you noticed cats walk alone? They catch mouse alone, they eat, they wash themselves. It's like they're in your own world. And I want you to learn this complete detachment from the world, and that's when the miracles happen. You know, I remember there was a time in my life when I would walk and I would not search for a man. I agree. Women are like cats. I love beautiful emojis, thank you. And thank you for the heart. Yes, and the cat is not saying, but I need to get married, but I need time, my clock, and I need to buy a house, but I need a degree, I need a career. She's like, I don't care, I'm fine. Someone milk? I can smell milk somewhere. Okay, I'll get it later. No problem, let me just lay down. The sun is so good. They're not worried. And that's why they're the most self-loving creatures in the world. Cats love themselves. Their comfort is priority number 1. They will scratch you, they will do different noises, they will talk, they will until they get what they want. And that's why they're always happy. They don't try to please anyone. They're not man's best friend. The dog is like the doggy face. Man's best friend. I will serve you, I will bark for you, I will bite other people who attack, I will be outside, protect the house. Ultimate servant. The cat is like, I don't care. Don't touch me, please. I don't want to cuddle right now. This is exactly how woman is. Magical woman is not a doggy. She's a standalone cat. Or beautiful tiger, if you want. Is I have my own life. I'm able to stand alone. To be alone. Instead of running after each man who beeps at me. Oh, he beeped me, let me run to his car. I never run to anyone's car. If anyone wanted to talk to me from the car, a long time ago, I learned the sentence. Could you please do me a favor? Someone is, hi, beautiful, I want to talk to you. Can I have your number? Could you please do me a favor? Yeah, sure, what you need? He's still in the car. Could you please be gentleman? Come out of the car if you want to talk to me. Kind face. Could you do me a favor? Could you please come out of the car and speak with me as a gentleman? Because I'm a lady. Oh, yes, sure. It's the cat's energy, this tiger energy, leopard energy, that I know who I am, and I'm totally fine without you. So if you're entering my world, you have to not make me shaken and more stressed. You have to keep my peace. And you know, why I was telling you this story about the cat, when she looked at me, she's like, yeah, I approve, you can stand next to me. And if she would not like, she will stand up. And then I stood there, I was looking at her, correcting and putting my hair, because you know we have same energy. She came down, she started walking around my feet, trying to, you know, get the cuddle, looking at me. And then she came and she lay down on one of my feet. When animal feels comfortable, that's what they do. LOL. So I dislike that, trying to talk to me while driving, screaming out of the window. Yes, every normal woman should dislike that. And if, for example, a car is driving and just beeping and passing by, I don't even look. You didn't do anything. In older times, men needed to serve for us, give money to have a marriage with us. Now you're just beeping at me? That's not going to go with me. Could you please be gentle and come out from the car if you want to speak with me? Could you be gentleman? Yes. Yeah, you just say, could you please do me a favor? Because maybe he doesn't even want to, do anything. If he says, no, I need to go, I'm in a rush, then okay, goodbye. But could you please do me a favor? Yes, what you need? Could you please come out from the car? Could you please be a gentleman and come out of the car to talk to me? Not if you want to talk, it's like you can become motherly energy. So if you want to talk to me, I have rules and regulations you need to follow. But you say, could you please do me a favor and be a gentleman, come out of the car and then talk to me? Because I'm a lady? Yes, of course. I've never heard a man say no. So I had a situation, this beautiful gray Rolls Royce driving next to me, and I can hear him because I can recognize that sound. You have to understand, Rolls Royce is the quietest car in the world. They did a very nice experiment with the filming, so it's like a video where they go to the closet where it's just closed. I love the cute laughing face. Where they go to the child's room, when they go to the quiet storage, and they try to take the amount, how loud it is. And then they go and drive the Rolls Royce in a normal street with a normal speed, and that is equal to the quiet storage place, quite a baby room where baby is sleeping. Loud horn, yeah, we do not accept these things. Someone is beeping at us, loud horns, we do not like that. We do not even look. If I hear anyone is beeping, that's a first red flag. I'm looking completely different direction. A gentleman, polite, educated man doesn't beep at women. That's what they do for street women, and we're classy. It causes everybody to look at me. Yes, and that's why I tell you it's disrespect. You see what we're talking about? It's a standalone woman. That means I don't need your beeps. That's nothing for me. In ancient times, men needed to go to war for women. They needed to read the Bible stories. That he worked for 7 years, then the wrong sister was given to him, then he worked for another 7 years for Rachel. So he worked for 14 years to get married with that woman. And now you're just beeping at me? That's why I want you to learn this attitude of I'm a standalone woman. Standalone. I'm a cat that walks alone. That means I have my own beautiful energy. I'm in my own space. Remember the story of the cat who was laying in the middle of the street? Another street, a day, in the middle of the day, laying and relaxing under the sun. She didn't care about the beeps. Then she saw me, she's like, let me cuddle with her, let me spend some time, let me put my head over her feet. And when you find someone that you feel comfortable, for example, it's a man or it's a friend that you make, you can relax. But until then, I will be a standalone person. I will be that cat that walks alone, a beautiful tiger that walks alone. Look at the tigers in wilderness. I was born in a year of tiger. I have a tiger energy. I don't believe in horoscopes, I only believe in God, but I was born in a year of tiger. That must mean something. So, I don't believe in all these cards, crystals, all these things, but if there's something I like, I will say, how beautiful. There's like a beautiful sign, year of tiger. I don't know who invented this, but I like it. I like to be a tiger. I like the energy of the tiger in wilderness, walking alone. I love these cute emojis, the cats, the walking alone. I love it, so beautiful. So this is number 6. Learn to be your standalone person. Walk alone, stand alone, sit alone, go out alone. That's completely normal. Cats are very selective. Not everyone gets access to them. Yes. And she was laying down there and no one got her attention. And she looked at me, she scanned me. She's like, yes, this one I accept. Because it's the same energy. those men that do that or low value with this approach, would you say no husband relationship? No, in general, men know that they cannot beep at women because they will not beep at their mothers, they will not beep at their sisters. So this beeping already looks and shows that they're not really serious intentions. Because any men, for example, if what I noticed, if they want to talk, they kind of see from my demeanor, they don't beep. They come with the car next to me. I was telling this story that I was walking, it was a bit late and I was walking towards the restaurant and this big G-Wagon came. He stood next to me without beeping, put his window down, stopped, and then I said, can I speak with you? He didn't beep because his status, his car, what he was wearing is equal to mine. And he knows I cannot treat this woman whatever way I want. So when they're beeping, it's kind of a little bit indication I'm not really serious about you, because every man in general knows when they're disrespecting women. Don't believe they don't know. That, oh, I was so busy and I disappeared for 2 weeks. Oh, I'm so sorry. You knew you cannot do these things. You know it's a verbal and emotional abuse. So do not pretend. That's why the standalone person does not accept every trash that comes her way. Does not accept everything that happens. Every wind is blowing, you're shaking. Every dog is barking, you're getting scared. Stand alone. I'm a tiger in wilderness. I walk in this Amazonico beautiful forest. I walk and I go and smell the flowers. I go and I search for things. I have my own hidden place in the middle of the mountains. I'm the standalone tiger. So let's elevate from the cat, from little cutie kitty. Let's go to the tiger, because it's a magical woman. Now let's go in number 7. We're almost done. Number 7 is this ladylike magical woman. She has healthy family ties. And I really want to explain for you to understand that you don't need to completely be in love with every member of your family. You do not need to give them gifts. You don't need to call them every day or be in a very close relationship with them. But there is one law that you need to have, is to have cordial, healthy relationship with your family. So rule number 7 is having healthy family ties. That means once a year is New Year, you say Happy New Year. It's Christmas, you're celebrating, Merry Christmas. It's someone's birthday, Happy birthday. Healthy family ties. You don't live with them, you do not argue, you do not prove your point, you do not explain that, this is my type of a man I want. One of my friends, she struggled for a whole entire life until she was 28. She could not get married because she was listening to what her mom is saying, what kind of man she wants her to marry. And that type of man that her mom wanted her to marry was not her type. And she used to say, that is not my type. Mom, that's what you want, but that's not my type. And 28 years of her life, she wasted arguing with her mom back and forth that she doesn't want these men, until she moved out from that house, moved to a different city, and got married with a man that she wanted. So I want you to have a little disconnect from the family, that I choose what degree I will have. This is exactly what happened in my life. I didn't let my parents to choose what degree I want. I did not even tell them. I went, I chose, I applied. Government fully paid for my tuition. I never paid for any of my degrees because my grades were 9 and 10. People usually get 8. So 95% of my grades are 9 or 10. What 5? What 6? Excuse me? I don't have these things. If someone will put 8, they'll be like end of the world. I will be like, I refuse. So 8 didn't exist for me. I would say I will rewrite the essay. This is not the end. I was excellent in my studies. That's why government paid for my tuition. And I didn't ask permission from my family. I didn't ask them advice. I knew what I wanted to study. I went and I studied. And then I finished my bachelor's and I went to my master's degree to do my master's degree. I didn't consult with one single person. I chose what I'm going to study. So family ties, healthy family ties. If you need something, I will bring. If you need help, I will do. If you have a birthday, I will congratulate you. I will buy you flowers. But my life is my life. Healthy family ties. If you contact me, I will answer. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to prove my point. But my life is not your life. And you know, we all done this, especially if we are women. We think that our lives are connected, that our belly button is still connected to our parents, especially our moms. You are not connected with the belly button. Do you see that connection? You don't see, right? It's taken when you're born. It's cut with scissors. It's actually, it's a surgery. It's a minor surgery, but you do not realize because everything happens so quick. So the belly button tie is cut. So do not give your mom or dad permission to dictate what you're going to study, who you're going to marry, where you're going to live. The only advice you can give me is nurture me, support me, give me money, buy me gifts, thank you. And one thing I want you to learn, you're not responsible for your parents. You're not responsible for happiness of your mom. You're not responsible for the health of your dad. You're not responsible for your siblings and their problems or who they marry. You're not responsible to raise your children, your siblings' children. You're only responsible to have cordial family ties, healthy family ties. And I have relatives that I don't see, I don't have any dealings with, but when it's their birthday, once a year, I will say happy birthday. I wish you the best. I will send the most beautiful message in your life. I don't have any grudges, but those people do not participate in my daily life. I do not say to them, I went on a date with my man and he got me these beautiful flowers and he made a surprise. I don't share private details from my life, private life. If it's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. If it's Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I say, God bless you. I wish you luck. I always pray for you to be safe. I genuinely wish everyone happiness, healthy family ties, away from me, distance. But I don't have anything against anyone. So I want you to completely take water, splash the water on your face once for all, and say enough arguing, enough boiling, enough constantly being in this torturement with yourself, with family. Do you know that majority of people, why they never achieve real solid achievements in life, in love, and in business is because the arguments that they are dragging with themselves from family. So whatever that you do not have right now, if you can just sort to have a healthy family ties, cordial, whatever you're missing in life will come to you. Just learn to be cordial and do research, understand what it means to be cordial. That means I'm polite with a certain boundaries. I'm not allowing you to sit on my head and I'm not sitting on your head. I talk when it's necessary and how much is necessary, but I do not cross the boundaries. I do not cross the line. I'm cordial. I'm just polite. I do not fight with you. Just because you're my blood doesn't mean that I need to tell you everything I think about you. Cordial. Learn to be cordial with your family. But it's my family. One place I want to be fully open. It's just a human being. You can never be fully open with everyone and tell them everything you think about. You have to watch your mouth. I want to tell many things, but before I speak with you, before I tell you something, I have to think, how shall I present this information to them? So I'm always cordial, I'm polite, I'm respectful. So if you can sort your family ties and finally stop all the arguments with family, your life will change. Your skin will change. Your hair will grow. You will sleep better. Family ties, cordial family ties. All right. Number 8. I named in here, I chose one word that I was thinking and contemplating about today very much, that I realized that the strongest word in the character of a human being in general, the ultimate premium quality of the human being, is the one who has dignity. And this is exactly what I decided to name number 8. That this magical woman, she has ultimate premium quality, highest quality, limited edition, whatever you want to call. She has dignity, and she's her own self-investigator. So she investigates her dignity constantly. So imagine if I have this diffuser, this is my dignity, but I need to investigate, okay, does it have the oil? Maybe I need to change the reeds. Reeds are these things. Maybe I need to twist them backwards. So my dignity is this diffuser. It's always there. But I have to investigate, is everything okay? Maybe I need to change something. Maybe I need to clean the dust. So I want you to understand the law number 8 in the Ladylike etiquette teaches us that a woman, that if she wants to be magical, she has to look at her dignity. That means I'm not going to be intimate with any man that comes in my life. I'm not going to sell my soul for the job and stay until 10 o'clock so you approve and give me the raise. I cannot care less. I'm not going to be with girlfriends that ignore me, sometimes don't answer to me, sometimes don't invite me, go alone without me. My girlfriends are not like that. They always include me, they always take me. The moment I see someone is distancing, someone is lying, someone is not telling, I don't even ask questions, I just disappear. Thankfully it doesn't happen often, but if it happens, I do not prove the point. Dignity is what I'm afraid of to lose. A lot of people in nowadays society are afraid to lose everything. But you know, it's okay to lose things, people, jobs, houses, cars. Just don't lose your dignity. Dignity is highest. You have loyalty, you have intelligence, this is all great. Ability to love, talents, creativity, great. But pinnacle of everything, the supremacy of a human being is dignity. Dignity. That I'm not going to steal from you. I'm not going to lie just because it's more convenient for me. I'm not going to cheat because it's easy, no one can see. I'm not going to break and then hide, oh no, I didn't do it. I'm not going to hold a false witness against someone. You know, when you read the 10 Commandments, it makes you really think how many mistakes you do during the day. Lasting after people, trying to take someone's husband to you, trying to fight, trying to steal, trying to corrupt, trying to hide things. And if you want to have a clear, calm life, etiquette is not only behaviors or how to eat at the table or how to not eat at the street or how to sit. Etiquette is a character. It's an inner core. You see, for example, you see the remote or you see this, bigger remote. You do not see, but they have batteries inside. That battery is dignity. And you know, if we remove the batteries, can I ask you if this remote is going to work? No. So don't forget and abandon your dignity because you feel that you're older or because you're married but you don't have children. Okay, I will be doing this. You do not compromise with your dignity. You do not sell it short. So I want you to once for all promise to yourself that yes, I'm this remote control, but dignity is my batteries, and I'm not going to allow anyone to come in my house, open my remote control and remove the batteries. Then how am I going to turn this music on? So do not play with your dignity, but that's what we women do. We play with our dignity. If someone doesn't call us, immediately something is wrong with us. And you know what's funny is that we never ask that why something is wrong with this person, that you allow yourself to just disappear. There was a girl who contacted me and she was in a relationship for 2 months, and this man says, oh, I need to think about my life, what I want in the future, and then he disappeared. He never came back. And she was blaming herself, crying, and it took her 6 months to heal. And I said, why you never ask what is wrong with him? And you always ask what's wrong with me, why he left me, why he didn't stay, why he didn't explain why he disappeared. Why you never ask what's wrong with him? Why we women always think something is wrong with me? What's wrong with society? That they tell me I need to have bigger lips, smaller nose, longer hair. What's wrong with you? Because the last time I was a child, I didn't have any self-esteem issues. I didn't have self-image issues. I didn't think that thighs are too big or too small or the chest is too big or too small. I didn't think about these things. I was just playing and I was happy and I was fulfilled and I was joyful. So what's wrong with you? Do not play with my dignity. Do not touch my remote. This is mine. Do not touch my batteries. Do not remove my dignity. Do not remove my batteries. It's mine. So start asking questions. What's wrong with you? With society, with this man who left you, with these weird friends, with these people who ignore you. What's wrong with you all? Because last time I checked, Everything is okay. My batteries are intact. My dignity is fine. So I want you to question this. That's why I said dignity and self-investigator. That she questions. You know, when I went to one hotel and they come to me, you can do this, you cannot do this, something. And I start questioning them. I raised my voice. I said, how dare you? And they were shocked that a woman can actually stand up for herself. Because I question, what's wrong with you? You do not question me. You must be privileged that I'm here. And I said exactly that. I said, what's wrong with you that you treat people like this? And I will never come back to your hotel. So they were the one, like, okay. Instead of me bending, I do not bend. What's wrong with you all? Start asking that question. Next time when something happens, instead of attacking you, inside of you, keep your dignity, become an investigator, say, what's wrong with the world? What's wrong with this fashion? What's wrong with these men? But do not attack yourself. What's wrong with me? The moment you do that, the battery is on. The remote doesn't open. The TV is off. To never, never remove your own batteries. Never remove your dignity. Never question yourself. Never. So can we learn the question, not what's wrong with me, but what's wrong with you all? And my favorite statement, how dare you? Like if someone comes to me and talks to me, anything, any rudeness, any comments, I always say, how dare you? And immediately, because you know, in society, it's taught that women need to be like this, nice. No. This is a question of life and death. You're talking about my dignity. You're attacking my remote control and you're opening trying to remove my batteries. How dare you? Who let you in? Where's security? Stand up for yourself once for all. Let's go to number 9. And this is short, but I want to mention. If you are a magical woman, it means that you actually have connection with miracles. Because magic and miracles are my most favorite 2 words. Magic and miracles. Miracles happens from the magical human being. Because God, for example, can create magic. Because He's magic. And He creates miracles in our lives because He's magical. He's not a regular being, you know? So what I want you to learn in here is that this magical woman, she creates miracles and she makes the dreams come true. She's not passive, she's not victim, she's not sitting and, oh, well, this happened. If you're divorced, perfect, it's the best thing, now go ahead. If you're married, don't have children, great, now children, next one. You're not married, you want married, great, now your next role is to get married. Next. You know, there was actually a store, I don't know if it still exists, it's called Next. I don't buy their clothes because it's a bit masculine, but I love the name, Next. Like, next. What's next? So, rule number 9, this ladylike woman, she's a magical woman, have connection to miracles. Yes, and she creates these miracles. Things happen through her. And you know, if you can start just implementing this, whatever you have right now is a problem, I want you to stop for a moment at this moment of the video. This is a very small rule, but it has one little homework inside. I want you to stop and think, what are the 3 things that right now you really want in life, but you do not have? Only 3, not 15, 3. Maybe, okay, I want to move to a new apartment, you say. Or I want to meet a man. Or for example, I'm married, but I want children. Or I'm married, I have children, I want a cleaner. It could be small thing, it could be big thing. Or I want to book my appointment to do my nails. It could be completely small. What are 3 things that you want? This is called potential miracles. That means they can happen, but you didn't make them happen. Because if you think about it, one time when you meet a man, actually it's a miracle. Every one of you, and we have a lot of very beautiful married ladies in our community. And that's actually, those women, if you think about them, They're magical creatures. They created a miracle of marriage. We have women who have children. We have so many comments about how they, go out with their children, what to teach my son, my daughter. You created those children. So you created human beings. That's a miracle. And you were able to do that because you are a magical being. Man is not a source of magic or a source of dreams coming true or source of fairy tales. It's a woman that has this ability. So you can create magic, you can create miracles. So this number 9 is for you to stop for a moment in your life. What are the 3 things that I really want and desire deeply and need, but I don't have? Okay, maybe I want to buy a new car. Maybe I want to call my friend, old friend I haven't seen in a long time, and reconnect. Maybe I want to move to a different country. Maybe I want to do different haircut. Maybe I want to buy a new dress. Maybe I want to start journaling. What are 3 things that I really want? You write them down and you start creating miracles in your life. Start achieving your dreams. You know that expression, they say dreams don't work if you don't do the work to achieve them. And it's true. I completely agree. And the last one, and I will read your questions, don't worry, I can see them coming, I will answer everything. The last one is number 10, we had 10 rules, is realization of luxury living normalcy. That luxury living is actually normal. This is number 10. This magical woman, she has a ladylike etiquette, means the way she behaves with the world, with herself, in her house, with other people, that she understands that a luxury living is normal. Because if you look at everything in the nature, in general, every flower, every tree is very abundant, is very plentiful. There's no scarcity. The trees lose their leaf and then they grow again. The flowers die and then the new flower head comes up. There is no end. It's a constant, like a round cycle of regeneration. Only human being is scared. And you know, in my life, God never let one day for me to be hungry. Even if I lost the card, I didn't have money. I had, but I didn't have with me. Men will pay. Next rule, realization of luxury living normally. Yeah, it's a normal, like, I'm breathing the air. No, that's normal. Luxury, it's normal. Beautiful curtains, normal. A big sofa is normal. A huge mirror is normal. Is normal. Everything is normal that is in here. Beautiful dresses is normal. Quiet, peace, joy, money, gifts, dresses, heels, bags, trips. Normal. Normal. What makes us think that there are some things in the world that we do not deserve? It's someone else who said to you that you don't deserve. But the whole world, the whole nature, animals, everything visible that you can see with your eyes is saying that everything is luxurious. Which flower is not luxurious? Even the tulip is luxurious. If you look at that silky fabric that is created from, take a butterfly and look at the butterfly. It's luxurious. Every animal, look at the giant sharks. They're actually very luxurious. Everything is created, the color palettes, the huge or small, big or tall or tiny. Everything is luxurious. Luxury is norm of life. It's only us questioning these things. That maybe I don't deserve, I'm not enough. Who said these things? You are created as the last after the world was created. So the world is created for you, to teach you something, to show you something. That this is all for you. You know, all hotels, all beautiful Chanel, Dior, whatever brand you want, shoes, bags, stores are for you. The most beautiful malls in the world are for you. The most expensive, luxurious restaurants are exactly for you. The trips, the wealth, the yachts, the airplanes, what do you want? The cars are for you. Just to let you know, they're for you. They're created before, and then you appear as a human being. Everything, the sky, the oceans, the ground, everything is for you. The sun shines for you. So I want you to start walking with the head held high and say, everything is for me. This world is created for me. So let me start collecting gifts and miracles and blessings and things and opportunities and trips and love and friends and family and houses and cars, whatever I want. This is for me. This is the time to reap the fruits. You were sowing the seed for years, you were studying, serving people, working. Harvest time is here. Congratulations. Magical woman is not a dumb woman. She's smart, intelligent, sharp. And she says, it's time. I am a collector. I have a lot of bags, I have suitcases, I have a car waiting. Bring the fruits. Give me, gift me. She's not a little victim waiting there in the corner. Oh, I don't know if it will work. Maybe someone will look at me. I walk in the street and I know everyone is looking at me. Everyone will be honored to be with me. Everyone wants me. This is my idea because I know it. So the magical woman, the last law what I want you to learn, it's like 10 steps. It's very beautiful. You have 10 fingers, 10 steps. Is luxury living is normal for her. Normal. Someone says, okay, finally we can take the harvest of what we deserve as women. And as well as a man. We can start finally reaping the fruits of everything we've done for other people. I have a very beautiful friend and she was serving in a church for 10 years. They were not paying her, they were not doing anything. I said, okay, it's time for you to start collecting the harvest of your job serving 10 years. And she did. And she received a lot of opportunities, a lot of blessings. Just because she opened her hand and said, okay, I'm ready. Actually, 2 hands and a bag and someone, my driver, can you help me as well? Let's collect. And you know, you should see me when I go to the restaurant, I go to the shop, I take everything. There's no need to be shy or guilty. Everything. You want this? Yes, thank you. Thank you, yes, everything for me. I go to sometimes places, I'm like, I'm in a restaurant, I don't want to pay, and I don't pay. People say, it's okay on us. I go to the store, I don't pay, people pay for me. I do whatever I want, because I always say I'm a walking angel in this world. The world is privileged to see me. Oh, there's Ladylike walking, oh, look. And you need to think about yourself. I'm a walking miracle. Total, ultimate, premium quality of magic walking in a street. In that moment, you realize that you deserve everything that you want. That you are not only enough, you're more than enough. You're not just valuable, you are so valuable. And then suddenly, nonsense becomes quiet. Everything becomes silence. And you do not tolerate things that do not make sense. Suddenly, you ask for the raise. Suddenly, you ask for the salary that you deserve. Suddenly, you stop asking love from people who cannot give you love. Suddenly, you stop waiting for the person who disappears on you. You stop dealing with friends who are jealous of you. Suddenly, your eyes open and you realize luxury is normal for me. I deserve everything I want. Luxury in relationship, luxury in my food, luxury in the restaurant, luxury in the place I live, luxury in things I wear. I refuse to wear cheap makeup. I want only designer makeup. So the whole world can be beautiful, luxurious, abundant, and I need to think, oh, I won't buy a little lipstick. I don't want a little lipstick. What's the most expensive lipstick? You should have seen me. I was in Dubai in a shop. I went to the beauty shop and I said, what's the most expensive perfume you have? So like this 1,000. I said, that's it. So the most expensive perfume cost 1,000. And people say something is expensive. There's nothing expensive in this world. You know, it comes a moment in your life when you realize that everything is cheap. And that's the biggest realization when you understand how valuable you are. That luxury is so normal. And you know, when you get used to luxury, you become a little numb. You don't even feel that it's luxury. People, oh my God, you live there? Oh my God, you wear this? Oh my God, you have this? You're like, yeah, is that normal? Oh my God, am I breathing? Oh my God, I just blinked. Oh my God, I'm moving my hand. I want you to stop idolizing luxury. Luxury is lower than you. Is the stress more valuable than me? Who is more valuable? Or the diamond is more valuable than me? Or the sofa is more valuable than me? These are things. I am the boss in here. So we're not glorifying, we're not idolizing luxury or things or wealth or money. We're saying you are for me. Luxury wealth is the sofa that you sit on. So that means it's below you. For once for all, understand your value and stop being afraid and say, why not me? Why not me to be wealthy and get married well and have a beautiful house and houses and mansions and cars and whatever I want? Why not me? Exactly me. I choose to be the wealthiest person I know. I choose to be the healthiest person I know. I choose to be the happiest person I know. I choose because I'm a magical woman. It means I can create magic. I create miracles in my life. Through God, of course. But I am with Him. We are together. We're not separate. That's why if we believe in Christianity, it says Holy Spirit lives in you. It's a very big, large statement. That means actually, and I know this from my own life, I know that every magic that I created, that was the Holy Spirit stepping in. And I was just watching, oh my God, wow, wow, wow. My hat is off. Wow, well done. Again, you did it. So luxury is normal. It's like breathing the air. So 10 beautiful laws. Let's go through all of them and then I will answer your questions. Ladylike etiquette, we're talking about this magical woman and the psychology of this woman. Number 1 is that she is not generous with giving her peace of mind to everyone, to strangers, and arguing with managers everywhere. Number 2, she knows how to keep and maintain small talk. So that's the rules, being polite with people and having just normal conversations in a neutral environment. Number 3, she innately respects people without pressure to like them. You don't need to fall in love with every person you meet, just show respect, and that's it. Number 4, she doesn't have and keep street life. Means I don't eat in the streets, I don't read in the streets, I don't try to get men in the streets. I am more for the luxury places. I'm not a street woman. Number 5, she understands her own value, her own class. She's Rolls Royce, she understands who she is, she doesn't compromise and she doesn't explain. Number 6, she's a standalone, beautiful, luxurious tiger in wilderness, or she's the cat that walks alone. She doesn't need people to be approved. She likes people, she wants to have love, she wants to have whatever is connected with communication with people, but she's not afraid to stand alone and be her own person. Number 7, she has healthy family ties. She doesn't need to be too close, she doesn't need to see them every day. She congratulates them when it's a holiday, but she decides her own life and she keeps the distance when it's needed. But no arguments, no resentment. Number 8, she has dignity and self-investigation. That means she never compromises her dignity. Like I mentioned, she doesn't allow anyone to remove the batteries from a remote control because then it will not work. So she doesn't steal, she doesn't lie, she doesn't cheat because she knows the moment dignity is gone, there is no point to live because that's the supremacy of a human being to keep their dignity. Number 9, she understands that if she's a magical woman, she's the one who creates miracles in her life. Through God, of course, but she's the dreamer, she's the one who plans, she's the one that creates the list. And we had a homework that we write 3 things that we want at the moment in our life, we don't have, and we start working on them. And number 10, finally, that she understands that luxury is created for her. It's not above her. It's not even in her own level. It's below her. She sits on it. It's like below her feet. And it's like air to breathe. She doesn't glorify it. And she understands that everything is created for her. She's the chooser. Not I'm chosen. I'm the chooser. I'm the boss in here. This is my life. This is my world. So she has this huge confidence about who she is. And she doesn't say, oh, but why not me? She says, exactly me. Exactly me will get married well. Exactly me will live well. Exactly my children will be the happiest. Exactly I will live the great life. Exactly I'm going to live a long life, beautiful life, healthy life, happy life. Exactly me. So she doesn't want to be chosen. She has chosen herself. And everyone have no choice as to choose herself because she's the main character in the room. It's a beautiful list, isn't it? Okay, I'm ready for the questions. We have a few minutes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention. This was so powerful. I really like doing this, and it will change a lot in you. It will help you a lot if you can implement any of these steps. Let's see where I stopped. Cats are, this one I read, cats are very selective. Not everyone gets access to them. Yes, thank you. Those men that do that, this one I read, sorry, I don't want to repeat. Hello, so happy to see you in this beautiful red dress. You are always pretty. I just came back from a long walk with a friend. First of all, amazing that you have a time with your friend. Always keep that as a priority. Thank you for the compliment. Very beautiful dress, golden dress. I absolutely love the belt. This belt actually is a gift from a man. I was in a store. I really wanted this gift, but I was buying the dresses and I didn't have enough cash. He said, I will give it for you. So he gave it me as a gift. And it was very expensive, but he gave me as a gift. So I just need to have my desires. So that's why I say I don't pay. It's not the first time, but I love this, how men are generous with gifts. I love when they do that. Question, I thought it is disrespectful or disgraceful for a man to scream out the car window, but there were other women outside half naked. Why did they choose them? I don't know. Because they want to have fun, and those women are created for that. That's why they scream at them. It's a perfect match. When a man is looking for fun, he's going to beep and scream at half-naked women because it's the same what he's looking for. It's a perfect match. This statement, beautiful roses, you get all the flowers for this statement. Oh, thank you so much. Very sweet. I love your emojis. You're so generous. With the Mother's Days approaching in the US, what is an appropriate gift for a mother who is not actively in their daughter's life? Flowers, card, chocolate. Happy Mother's Days, actually. Upcoming Mother's Days. Anyone who is a mother, thank you so much for being here, for creating children. You're an amazing, magical woman. But the regular chocolate, flowers, card, every woman will appreciate those gifts. Nothing too extravagant, because they just want your attention. They just want your love, you know? That's all. There's this guy in my building. Well, a couple of them, when they see me, they look like there's a like emoji of big eyes. The woman that's with them looks, but where I live is ghetto, so I look another way. Yes, that's the correct way. Ooh, someone is racing. That's a correct way. In general, I would say if there is a group of men with a woman, I never look at their side, because that woman can belong to one of them. Dignity is not compromised. Yes, I absolutely agree. That's so beautiful. How dare you? I like someone is quoting me. How dare you? Very good. I needed to say this so many times instead of saying sorry. Oh, that's the biggest liberation you get as a woman, when you say, how dare you speak with me like this? They like, oh, like this taller me, bigger than me men, and I look at their eyes and I stand and I actually feel that I'm taller than them, and I say, how dare you speaking? How dare you speaking with me like this? They immediately cool down because they understand this woman, you cannot joke with her. And then of course my driver, security, all people are there to protect me. And I take my phone, I'm like, I'm calling the police, so be careful what you're talking about. So you need to stand up for yourself, but in a quiet way. Things happen through her. Yes, she's a magical woman. Everything happens through her. Even this live, these questions, everything we're doing, it happens through us. Women, we're very powerful. So many times I envisioned some things and it happened. Often better than what I imagined. I agree. Do you understand how powerful you are? That everything you have, you created and you keep creating? Grateful I find this channel. This is a gift of knowledge and wisdom. And I love those cute emojis on the hearts and the face and beautiful glitter. I'm so happy you found this channel. I'm so happy to have you here. The world was created for you. I love this mindset, but it's true. And this is not my, made theory. This is what is, read Bible. The world is created for you. And then you come as a woman, you come the last. Even men was created for you, to serve you, to provide for you. And then you come and you appear, I'm here. You can gift me things. is a complete logical statement. Before I spend on something, I spend a lot of time second guessing how to stop this mentality. I always feel like I need to be very careful in case something bad happens. Say nothing bad can happen, only good things can happen. And I'm not spending time, I'm not spending money, I'm not spending my resources. I'm investing in me, in my joy, in my happiness. Did I spend money on earrings? No. I didn't spend. The money is inside the earrings. It's here. It's just a different form, but my money is here. I didn't give it to anyone. It's here. If you can understand this, that nothing bad can happen, only good things can happen to me. I'm a magical being. What bad things? That's with evil people. This is magic. I thought it was normal for a husband to hand over his whole paycheck, but I noticed most women were not used to that type of conversation. Yes, in older times, man's money was in the hands of a woman. She was taking care of household, paying for the servants, everyone. So that is a norm, and I want you to understand that a man is working for you. He's created for you. You're created for him as well, but he's a completely different financial aspect is for you. So his money is definitely your money. Thank you so much for lovely questions. If anything I didn't answer, please copy paste, I will. Yes, it's like I am all I have. How can I not decorate myself? How can I not invest in myself? Correct. You are all you have, and you're your own child. Hi, my dear. How do I deal with insecurity? You need to name what is exact insecurity. Because insecurity is a general term, excuse me. You need to find what is that I don't like. My hair. Okay, I'm going to the hairdresser. I don't like the color of my nails. Okay, I'm booking my nail appointment. I don't like my belly. Okay, I'm going to the gym. What exactly is insecurity? The moment you name it, you have hit the target. We have insecurities when we do not know. So name. Sometimes women are insecure because of the dresses the way they wear. They're either too tight, either too open, too revealing. So insecurities are always external. They're never actually inside, because there is no baby in the world that is insecure. You create and you build up that when you're adult. So tackle what is exactly that bothers me. Thank you everyone for this time. Thank you for the questions, for love. I send you a lot of healing through this communication and conversation. What would you say are the first 3 dresses a woman should invest in if they're creating a feminine, elegant wardrobe? My opinion, you need to have a beautiful dark colored dress. Could be black or blue. I always choose red as one of my dresses, and then the last dress I choose something that is my color. For example, my color is royal blue. Red is my color. Something that is your color. There are women who their color is actually green. A lot of women is green. So you need to choose one dark dress, one very bold dress, for example red, and one your prime color dress. Those are 3 dresses colors, and I would suggest long. It's very hot, and it's obviously, Middle East, and I'm inside, so I can wear the short sleeves. I'm inside, but I, for example, would not wear this dress for outside. Yes, this is beautiful. I can gather my guests, I can have a lovely time, but in general, if you want to wear dresses, I suggest longer sleeves. And this is a maxi dress, so you can see it's very long. You can see it's very beautiful. But choose the dresses that are very, very covered. And the chest always covered, back always covered, and always I suggest you to wear belts. So yes, so choose those colors, covered and good fabric, no cheap fabric. I know I'm very beautiful, but sometimes I feel my inner person is just not enough. That is just in your mind. You look at that and say, this has nothing to do with the truth. Has nothing to do with the truth. Sometimes you just need to calm down on yourself. That this has nothing to do with the truth. I am enough. I'm more than enough. How can I avoid men yelling out of the car windows compared to where I live? I dress pretty lady, like a pretty lady. Like, why are they doing this? Why not the woman who is showing a lot? Because you allow, your energy allows. Understand one thing, men never do that with me, because my demeanor is like, how dare you? Don't even try. but your demeanor is a little bit uncertain. The moment you will become certain that I'm that kind of woman, that I don't deal with this. And if someone beeps, you just look at somewhere else. You do not look at them. It's you who allows that. Understand, it's your energy that allows. I love the mindset that the money is not spent, it's on me for the happiness. I was excited to buy the dress for summer. Yes, and buy that dress. Finally buy what you want. Stop delaying. If tomorrow you need to leave the planet, and the money is made for it to being exchanged. But I didn't. If you think about it, everything you buy, this remote, the money is here in the remote. You buy a pen, the money is in a pen. Money never leaves. You are surrounded with your money. It's just in a different form. I literally covered myself, and guys ask me if I'm hiding. I really want to move. Thank you for your valuable teaching. Let it all sink in now. Who wants to move? You have to move immediately. Do not drag it. I say always to women, when you feel that it's time for you to move, you have to find a new place and move. Can you give advice on how to match jewelry? What is not too much and what is not enough? Jewelry, I always say, needs to be dimmer than your dress, unless 3 accessories. For example, earrings, you can see the ring and the bracelet. 3 accessories. So the necklace, you see I'm not wearing. I don't have, I do. Many. But 3 accessories is the maximum. And when it's not enough, it's when, for example, you wear a dress and you don't have earrings. That's not enough. So just understand 3 is the maximum and 1 is the minimum. You always have to have at least 1. I love pretending I don't see certain men. Wonderful. And you don't need to see them. Remember, you don't need to like everyone. You don't need to talk to everyone. You're a free human being. As a later time, can you please do a video about what to pack for a short summer vacation? That's cute. Yes, I would say beautiful dresses, beautiful hats, beautiful bags, high cute heels, and a lot of books to read on the beach. But if you have any topic suggestions, you can put in the comment as well. And I will let you all go. Thank you so much for everyone being in here. Wonderful topic. Remember, you're valuable. Remember, you're magical. Remember, you can create miracles. And of course, remember to smile today if you haven't, and enjoy your life. And I will see you very soon in my other videos, in my other lives. Thank you so much. I love those emojis with the crown and the ring. Someone is getting married very soon. I can feel it. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day, or if it's a night for you, have a wonderful night. I see you all very soon. Bye. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much for your time advice. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, and have a lovely weekend. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. See you very soon. Bye, everyone.